Hello there, Internet. I am your host, J-Man. When I welcome you all to some Let's Play. Back to some Let's Play. Twisted Metal Black. Where we left off. We ran into the twisted tale of Agent Stone, a former SWAT team member who, on a mission to kill some skinheads, accidentally kills a nearby family in the process. Now, again, very skeptical on which one I'm going to pick this time. So why not John Doe? Yep. The main character of the show. Pilot driving roadkill. Oh, no way. Okay, I forgot to mention this. I thought Warthog was the driver. I thought Warthog was the driver. No, Atmospheres drove Roadkill that game. But yeah, we got John Doe. We don't know his age. He has amnesia with frenzied confusion, uncontrollable rage, and needs heavy sedation and 24-hour lockdown and hypnosis. Yes, this is the main character of the show. Obviously, John Doe meant to be a term for like some terms that to hide someone's identity. Oh, time to shut up.
The doctors said it was some kind of amnesia. No one could figure out who I was or where I came from. There were some days I wondered if I actually existed at all. All we had to go on were the tattoos. Somehow, they were the key to the person I was. And from the looks of them, you'd think I was a nasty piece of work. I was beginning to think I'd never discover the truth. Then, the truth just kind of waltzes in through my door. The guy's name was Calypso. He ran this contest. He tells me he can clear everything up. I tell him to get lost before I break his freaking neck. But then he shows me this picture. Me, in a suit, all nice and neat, like I was actually someone important. He said there was this whole life just waiting for me. All I had to do was win his contest. How could I refuse? Now I had a chance to get the answers I needed. Let's face it, who wants to spend the rest of their life as a nobody?
So he's an average JRPG protagonist. Got it. I've been lost for so long. Calypso says he knows who I am. But if I win, will I have the guts to face the truth? Yeah, remember we're gonna get Twisted Metal head on here on PS. Maybe even the possible thirds. Either when a sword season happens or when the second season ends. Oh yeah, I'm wondering the manual says that the car he has is just as big of a mystery as he is. Well, mount down. That wasn't so hard. For this reason, the killing comes to me easy. I wish I knew why. What's oncology? Yeah, all I need now is to get Small Brawl and I'll play the entire series. Or own it, because I remember emulating it ages ago. But, yeah. And not really enjoying it all that much. Like, the gameplay is... It was the physics that kind of killed it for me, because the idea of an RC Twisted Metal was actually pretty fun, cool. But the physics were just not very good. My god, I'm starting to remember my past. So was like me. And bomb. I see the end of the world. Jesus, who am I? God, brother! Sorry, I do my Disco Jesus stuff. many in my last year's contest, but from the looks of my tattoos, I've done my share of badasses. Okay.
I must have been out for hours. At first there was just darkness, but then I started to see things. Bad things. I remember now. I ran with this gang. At first we were small time. Random beatings, robbery. We were nobodies. So we came up with a plan. The bomb was choice. Freaking huge. When that building came down, who knew what kind of viruses and diseases would spread across the world? It was glorious. Instant extinction. Finally, for the first time, we were important. We were feared. And that's it. The memories end there. I don't think I like the man I'm turning out to be.
So were these guys responsible for COVID, or... So I'm a terrorist. But something inside says there's more to my story. Yeah, I should also bring us another funny little piece of trivia. So apparently, when this game was coming out, there were a series of webisodes that were made in Flash meant to promote the game that each told a different story. I remember watching these guys a long time ago. Like, one was basically these two guys, like Mike. They're basically playing Mike and Stu, like the drivers of the Hammerhead. They try and steal Mr. Grimm's motorcycle, but here's the thing: you don't fuck with a non-bet. Yeah, you don't fuck with a non-bet. So he kills him. And then there's like this creepy commercial for like a toy store. I remember seeing like Sweet Tooth, where basically he gouges out a guy's eye with an ice cream scoop. They made 6 of these. I wasn't even like aware of the Sweet Tooth one until where The first time I saw this was in the death battle between Sweet Tooth and Joker. Yeah, that was like a very one-sided battle that Joker was also going to win. From what I know, the original plan was that it was supposed to be Joker versus Kefka from Final Fantasy VI, but since Kefka literally turns into God, yeah, Joker was gonna lose. So I picked Sweet Tooth instead, and even then Sweet Tooth lost. I realized something funny is that one of the positives for like his feats was that how Sweet Tooth was the win. Yeah, one thing I'm gonna do like as the bonus LP is I'm going to try and do a Alright, probably a small. Yeah, even Blasphemous Metal head on like in the both the PS2 version and the PSP version. Although I had the PS2 version for a lot longer, and I had like this art book, but I think my mother got rid of it. Like apparently the original pitch was like a Twisted Metal going on in your backyard. God, this might be one of the faster ones. This is it, the last battleground. If I win this contest, I'll get the whole story of who I am. Yeah, later I'm gonna try and see if I can charge my PS. I'm going to charge my PS4 controller. Because like I said, there's something wrong with my charging port on it, so Right. I don't know why. I feel like I shouldn't fight this guy. I want my life back. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do, because I know a bizarre trick. I think it's a well-known. Yes, I blew it up with a one shot.
I'd won the contest. Now it was time for the truth. I went to see Calypso. Hopefully he would know who I was. He did. Jesus! I was FBI. I'd been deep undercover for the last year trying to bust a doomsday cult in Midtown. Calypso said I was a hero. That night I rushed back into the building. I had to get that bomb as far away as I could, but there just wasn't time, so I took the quick way out. The explosion knocked me out. Now I remember. I am a hero. A hero undercover agent standing in front of number 2 on the FBI's 10 most wanted list. In other words, a dead man. Calypso thanked me for being such a great contestant. Then he said goodbye. I remember now. I have a family. God, I was just starting to remember.
That might be one of the darkest endings. And so now when I heard Calypso there, I just heard him saying, "I'm Calypso, and I thank you for playing Twisted Metal." Well, time to end the episode right here. Like, subscribe, all that sexy stuff. See ya.